Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 3.7. Now in this particular Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali is explaining to us the importance of Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi with respect to the entire process of Ashtanga Yoga that we've been studying so far. So let's take a good look at this sutra, start breaking it up word by word and understanding what it's trying to communicate. So the sutra itself goes Treya Antarangam Purvebhyaha. Alright, so once again quite a short and compact sutra here explaining to us the importance of Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. Now let's understand each of the words and start seeing what do they mean individually and how can we understand this entire process a little better. The first word that we have over here is Treya. And Treya, like we've been studying so far, refers to the triad or all three Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi together. Then coming to the next, we have Antarangam. Antaranga refers to the internal processes of the Ashtanga Yoga 8 steps. And of course, these internal processes are Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. So these are known as the internal, the core, the main, and so on. Now coming to the third word, it's Purva, earlier or preceding ones. Purva always refers to the previous one. So now what is this sutra trying to say? It's saying that the triad of Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi is actually the core essence as compared to the previous ones. So now that we know this basic meaning of the sutra, let's start understanding it a little more in depth. Alright, so the sutra is trying to tell us that Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi are a really important part and also the core element of the Ashtanga Yoga series. Now this is an important point to understand because we always think that the asana, the pranayama and the meditation part as we call it today is the most important. To most of us modern day practitioners, we assume that these, physical, more visual parts of yoga are the essence of yoga. And I think this sutra is such a timely reminder that while all of those parts are significant, the yam, niyam, asana, pranayama and pratyahar are extremely significant, they matter and they need to be practiced. Even then, they are only a preparation for the main Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi, which is the meditative process of Sanyam. Now, this is a really important point because it's very easy in today's day and age to get overly obsessed with the initial part of the yogic process. So what that means is we can start the asana or pranayama practice, but we're so enamored by it or so taken by it that we only remain there and don't use it as a preparation to step into the meditative process. Now, today I understand everybody does yoga for multiple different reasons. It could be for therapy, it could be for fitness, it could be for overall well-being and mental peace. So we can't expect every single person to want to go into deep stages of meditation like Sanyam. However, with reference to a yoga sadhak or somebody who is undertaking this journey for spiritual purposes, who is interested in going down this path to really reach the samadhi state and enter deeply in contact with the yoga or union, for such a practitioner, it is important to treat the first 5 angas, which is yam, niyam, asana, pranayama and pratyahar, as a preparation or a starting point to launch into the Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. So that's why this is a pretty important sutra because it's a really good reminder, I feel, of, where should your focus be? And I think throughout this yoga system, we're coming across so many sutras, it's easy to wander or get a little lost mentally as to, okay, all of these different concepts, but where should my focus be? And so Muni Patanjali, through this sutra, is just bringing our focus back to the core essence, to the core element, and saying, yeah, I've taken you through this entire journey of the sadhana path, and I've explained all these processes to you, but remember, this is why we started. So it's like a very important recollection of what the goal is, what the aim is, and why we're doing what we're doing. And like I said, this is specific to the Patanjali Yoga Sutra system and Patanjali Yoga. It may or may not be the same in other systems of yoga, but this is what Muni Patanjali prescribes as the important element in the practice of yoga. So that is what this sutra is trying to tell us. Now, on a personal level, I have to say that it's very, very rare to find practitioners and students who want to go so deep along the path of yoga. In my practical experience as a yoga teacher, I have really had to adapt and learn what the common person needs versus what a philosophy student or what somebody who wants to be a sadhak needs. And that was something I had to reconcile within myself as a teacher as well. The need or the urge to want to take everyone onto the journey of dharana, dhyan and samadhi was so strong, but I had to understand and also comprehend that maybe everybody doesn't want to go along that path. Maybe they're not ready, maybe it's not their interest, and maybe they're just not ready for it. So keeping that in mind, it's important, especially if you are also a teacher or a practitioner, that to each their own. See what you need in any given moment, see what your students need if you're a teacher, and customize accordingly. Of course, at the ideal level as yoga sadhaks, dharana, dhyan and samadhi should be the most important for us. But in a practical sense, what I personally believe is that it really depends situation to situation. Because if somebody is coming to you with a backache or a knee pain and we try to push them towards meditation, it may not work in the initial stage. So you may need to make sure a person is disease-free, a real sadhak practicing for many, many years, and then guide them towards these deeper meditative practices. So what I'll say is the sutra is fantastic, but it needs to be used with a certain level of understanding, depending on how the student is, who the student is, and what their aim is with their practice of yoga. So this is Sutra 3.7. I hope you've been able to understand this really well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. What kind of yoga do you practice? Why do you enjoy it? And why do you do what you do? And if you like the video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also share this video with your friends and family, especially those who are studying the Yoga Sutras or yoga philosophy. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we release new videos every single week. We look forward now to seeing you in a future class, workshop or course, the links to which are in the description. And until then, take care and we're gonna see you very soon. Namaste.